Gun-toting, Bible-reading, God-believing, truth-speaking American. This MAGA season, Democrats committing treason. I know they think it's sweet, but you don't know who you dealing with. This for free thinkers only. You ain't got no membership. They free. General Flynn out the cage, cause he innocent. Barton Roger Stone, cause the run know that he innocent. We need to kick out every single illegal immigrant. Mandatory voter ID laws we need to implement. Tell Jussie Smollett that I know this MAGA country. Tell China we know they tryna play us like some dummies. I looked deep into it and I did the math. Why did Obama send money to that Wuhan lab? What is George Soros doing with all of his cash? Why did China take that Harvard guy and drop him a bag? Why is there so much propaganda? Funny you ask. How about that Bill Gates vaccine? Now, sorry I'll pass, cause I'm a gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it. Gun-toting patriot, God-fearing patriot. Bryson, why they mad? Cause I'm really Navy faking it. Free speech advocate, it's on my mind, I'm saying it. I'm about to buy another gun and ain't nobody taking it.
If you've ever glanced at our glorious Declaration of Independence for more than a moment, you've no doubt seen my name. I made certain King George did not miss John Hancock. Born in Massachusetts, I was raised among wealth, but I wagered all of it on the cause of liberty. When the king taxed us without our say, I refused to bow. They called me a smuggler. I called it resistance. As president of the Continental Congress, it was my duty and my honor to be the first to sign the Declaration of Independence. And I signed big, so there'd be no mistake. Some say there may have been a price on my head. I gave them every reason to raise it. I said, there, John Bull can read my name without spectacles, and may now double his reward from my head. I believed if liberty was worth fighting for, it was worth risking everything. I put my fortune to use on behalf of the cause, giving what I had to help birth this republic. That signature of mine, it made history. Even now people say, put your John Hancock here. Imagine that, a name turned symbol. Later, I became the first elected governor of Massachusetts under our state's new constitution. But no title meant more than that moment in Philadelphia, when we pledged our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor, and we meant every word. Liberty is not given, it is claimed and kept. Let my signature serve as a symbol to inspire you to add your own name to the cause of liberty.
Hello, I'm President Taft, and I use taxpayer money to make the executive office oval.
Great job! It looks amazing!
I'm President Franklin D. Roosevelt, and I use taxpayer dollars to add the East Wing and an indoor pool for myself.
Wow! It looks great! I love pools!
Hello, I'm President Harry S. Truman, and I use taxpayer dollars to gut the entire White House.
Fantastic work! Change is good!
I'm President Richard Nixon. I use taxpayer dollars to add a bowling alley.
That's fantastic! What an excellent addition!
I'm President Bill Clinton, and I use taxpayer dollars to remodel Monica with a cigar.
We're all human, and I forgive you!
I'm President Barack Obama, and I use taxpayer dollars to build a basketball court.
This looks great! Hey, does anybody have any hot sauce?
Hey, what's up? I'm Hunter Biden, and I left my baggie in the West Wing.
It's okay. You're not the president.
I'm President Barack Obama, and I did this on the White House front lawn.
You're the greatest president ever. You're a hero, Joe.
I'm President Donald J. Trump, and I'm using my own money to build a beautiful ballroom.
Oh man, Jimmy.
Wasn't that funny?
Yeah, man. Oh, man. So, courtesy of Jimmy, he sent me that clip, and that was pretty good.
Just shows you the hypocrisy
Oh,
and, and,
man.
and the selective outrage.
Yeah,
So,
that's gonna happen with everybody. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. I don't play those games. You see, I don't care who the president is. I just don't play the game at all. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha. Well, good evening,
Yeah.
everybody, and welcome back to the Unrelenting Political Corner. Good to have y'all.
Yes. So enter the chat right now because we're gonna give a quick hello to everyone, and we'll probably stay on stream for till about 11. So if you guys want to join and participate, get ready because right after the news that Jimmy's gonna give us, the stage is open. Join the stage. Link is pinned at the top of the chat. And okay, so we'll just do like a quick hellos for everybody who's here and early. John Marciano, always number one fan. He's here. Welcome. We got Joseph in the house. Mrs. So Much More, Jane, Leonard, Tracy, JG, Dallas. Bo is in the chat. Mama Bear, Beverly. Who else? Rosie is in the chat. Empith is in the chat. Hey, Empith. Um, and Mick is in the chat. Yeah, we're ready. We are ready.
Yeah,
Um,
and Bo should be coming on. He should be coming on camera
yeah,
soon too,
definitely.
so we can talk about that. Um, yeah, so hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a little tiring on my end.
Yeah.
Got a new associate that I'm training, and so I'm back out there making calls on businesses and
Mhm.
yeah, trying to get all the district manager stuff figured out and taken care of. And so yeah, I'm kind of burning candles at both ends right now. So yes,
Wow.
the vacation in a couple of weeks is going to be very nice.
Aw, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of like burnt out already. I'm tired, but once again, I have not been online. So if anybody on the chat if anything happened between last Tuesday and this Tuesday, and this is just going to be the theme of season 2 of the Unrelenting Political Corner, let me know what's going on. So if you have something interesting, put because you already know I am not online.
But hey, at least we're here every week for you guys. So, at least to give a
Yeah,
platform.
yeah, because this is the time that I've set out so that I can come out of that, out of that routine, out of that system of always either sleeping, working, or eating. Like you're like a hamster in a hamster wheel.
Oh yeah.
So every Tuesday night, I come off that hamster wheel. I'm here with you guys and I'm focused. I want to know what's going on and I'm doing it with you guys. And Bo just joined us. Hey, Bo.
Hey, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
I feel the same way, Ruby. This
Mhm.
this gives me like I get to break the norm and get to
Yeah.
talk to people because I'll be honest with you, like Jimmy said the last video, this is like my outlet to talk about politics because
Mm-hmm.
my wife hates it. Doesn't let me. She says, "No, no, none of that. Don't talk about that." So you guys are my saviors.
Yeah,
Exactly.
and for me,
Mhm.
I can't talk about this stuff at work unless somebody brings it up, But I got to be very careful about what I say, especially when I go into businesses and stuff. I got to keep it straight
Mhm.
business. And there's times I've wanted to say stuff. I was giving a presentation today, and I talked about an increase in heart problems since 2020, and I had to stop myself because I was in a group of about 20 people sitting there looking at me, and I was like,
Mhm.
and y'all can decide what the cause of that is. That's on y'all. I have my own ideas, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Right.
I hear that. So I can't talk about anything at all at my work as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because I won't say, but my
Mhm.
field is completely lib.
yeah,
Yeah. Yep. I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the time for us to do that. And so thankfully, we have Jimmy here that does the homework. He writes the notes. He listens to the podcast. He does everything that I don't. So thank you so much, Jimmy.
I know. What would
um,
we do without Jimmy?
Well, we'll
yeah,
find out in a couple weeks now, won't we?
Oh
for
no,
real.
I
And I
forgot
will,
about that. Oh,
yeah,
why,
have to
Jimmy?
apologize
Why?
in advance, guys, because it's gonna be so dry and boring without Jimmy here. So hopefully you
No,
guys like me enough because it's just gonna be me or Bo or whoever else joins. But Jimmy is gonna be missed.
we should do a hardcore interview on Ruby and her entire life.
Oh no, I've done that already. This is well, we can do our political life, our political journey, because that one was a really hard one
Yeah.
to
Yeah, that
get to where we are right now. How many conversations I've had, how many names I've been called, how many times I've been kicked out on like online communities or blocked on Twitter or blocked on Facebook. It's crazy. You guys already know. Everybody goes through it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and
All
I
right,
don't know
Jimmy.
what's up. I don't know
right
what's
though.
up with Facebook because they
Hmm.
had me. They said they disabled my account on October 2nd, and
Hmm.
then I checked it a little later, and then it said October 9th, and then it said
Yeah, I
October
remember
4th.
you told us that last week. Yep.
So I checked it today, and it said your account was disabled on October 27th. I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
Hey, Jimmy,
What?
I
Yeah,
meant to ask you and talk to you about this. So
yeah,
I had a couple of people that had YouTube channels that they had that same kind of thing happen on Facebook.
Mhm.
I mean,
yeah.
and what ended up happening is they did finally get in touch. They found out that staff were doing it without permission, unknowingly to the company.
Ooh.
And
Really?
I'm wondering, and obviously this is just a theory, but I'm wondering if people like you, because you didn't, I mean, why is it that people could post this stuff, but if Jimmy posts it, then all of a sudden he has to be banned.
Exactly.
So that doesn't really make sense. And you'd be like, okay, well now if everybody was getting banned for posting this, whatever this object was, then I kind of understand what's going on. It would make sense. But for the fact that it's only Jimmy,
Hmm.
and there was a YouTuber named Quinn who was just talking about this, and this is happening to him on YouTube
Yes.
right now.
Yeah.
And he actually asked me to do some experiments, and I did with him, and I was like, "Yeah, I know your account is being messed with because they did the same thing to me."
Oh wow.
Hmm.
When I was again, I had a contract with YouTube too, and long story short, out of nowhere, I use material that someone else had on YouTube, and
Hmm.
they said it was sexual harassment for me to use that material.
Wow.
That's why I didn't even get I couldn't fight it, I couldn't nothing. I was instantly taken down, no representation, and they wouldn't even tell me what it was until I fought it. And then they finally came out and told me it was for sexual harassment against we know who. And I was like, "What?"
Wow. Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes no
I've
sense.
I've had people send me messages and say, "Why did you get banned?" Because I post pretty much the same things that you do, sometimes even worse than you do,
Hmm.
and I'm still on Facebook. And I'm like, well, maybe you ain't got a track record of 87 community violations and, and 4 banned accounts. Maybe you don't have that reputation. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up, Bo, because I was gonna mention that as well. Quinn's new video, he gave multiple shout outs because he was interviewing my cousin King Tony.
Mhm.
And that was her very first like appearance in a really long time, aside from like Joe and Fran and like Fixing My Faith channel. So that was a moment for her. So she did that interview with Quinn and he shouted out the show. So thank you to Quinn. If he's watching this or if he ever sees this, thank you so much to Quinn for his shout out. And everybody should definitely watch that video because I remember him texting me and
Mhm.
saying, can you see this? Can you see that? And I could see everything. There was no restriction whatsoever. So I think some people are dealing with that with the algorithm, some people are not. But that's why here I stopped with all that, with the home monetization and I had to stop that. And he did mention that. He was like, I'm probably gonna have to like demonetize so that it can just be open
Yeah.
and just let people watch it. Cause the once you monetize it,
Yeah.
it's gonna start limiting you with ads
You
and
know
all that.
what? It would be really, really hard like to do this on an individual basis, but somebody who
Mhm.
deals with this, who's not a normal Joe Blow, who has, the
Mhm.
ability to get resources to represent them, violating that contract, they could be legally obligated to pay him for that
Wow,
or
you see?
harassment and stuff. I'm just saying, like, it'd be something you would have to look into, and
Mhm.
you would have to. I mean, you would have to have someone very trained and very well versed into obviously the laws with
Yeah.
that in order to go
Yeah.
there. But I would think that that's not right. That you have a contract saying that I'm going to go to this audience. I'm paying me for
Mhm.
this audience because you're technically a customer. You have to pay
Right.
taxes. So if you're
Right.
paying taxes, then and you're an employee of them,
Mhm.
I'm just saying.
I know, I know. And I don't even want to get started with that. So you know what? I took it all off. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to put whatever I want. I don't care. Um I'm going to use whatever music I want to use. I don't care. So
Well,
this is a free space.
well, I've never monetized anything, and they still come after me. So whatever.
Yeah. No. They're out for you, Jimmy. All right, Jimmy, are you ready?
I tell you what, let's go to Bo real quick on
Okay.
the homework we had for last week,
Mhm.
and it was talking about we were talking about Thomas Massey
Yeah.
and how folks felt about him. I
Did
don't
you
know if
get my
you're.
stuff, Ruby? Sorry, Jimmy.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I sent you stuff on him.
Yeah.
Did it come to you? Sorry, I was really delayed. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted
Oh,
to
you're
see if
fine.
you had
You're
the
fine.
images.
Okay, you did send me some stuff, but I don't think I saw the ones that pertain to Thomas. So I saw other information, but not about Macy.
Okay.
I have it.
Do do you want me to? Do you want to talk about that, Jimmy, and then I'll throw in what I have, or do you want me to talk about what I got on him?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I was gonna say, well, should I jump off of here real quick and send Ruby what you sent me so she can pull it up on the screen?
sure, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hang on. I'll be right back. Y'all talk
Okay.
some more.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we'll wait for Jimmy to come back because I
Okay.
was super interested on your opinions about him. And since you haven't seen really like what we talked about on season 1 on the show,
Mm-hmm.
it would be like super unbiased. You know what I'm saying? It would come straight from you. I wanted to hear what you found out, what you think about him, because for me, it was like same party are infighting, and that's not helpful. Whereas
Uh-huh.
Macy, in my opinion, was more America first. He was putting bills out there. He was proposing things that were more for us, for America. And then to see Trump either betray or target him the way he was, speaking very inappropriately, in my opinion, about him,
Mm-hmm.
that was one of the things that I started to dislike Trump, that he was doing that against someone that was actually for us. So that was, in a nutshell, kind of how I felt about him. So I was interested in your opinion.
Okay. So, with that being said, I would be really curious what you think after I tell you what we have, and I will see if it
Okay.
changes. Okay. So first off, Thomas Massey, obviously. So he started off with a company. He was the founder of Sensible Devices Incorporated, and it's like it has to do with like 3D and interactive devices. Okay. And
Hmm.
he worked for MIT, which I'm assuming you guys know what MIT is.
Yeah.
So what was interesting, he won multiple, like he won several awards with MIT when he was younger and starting out. He ended up starting this business, and then there's a MIT guy named Bill Alt bought this business for $32 million. Okay.
Wow.
So the most interesting part about that is if you look up Bill Alt, he is the manager and director of Martin Trust Center for MIT. Okay. So obviously MIT has to do with military weaponry, things of that nature, but
Hmm.
the guy that you're talking about, Thomas, his device and specialty is in these computer programs that are designed for like 3D and interfacing with humans. Okay.
Hmm.
Where I want to get at with this is the Bill Alt guy that bought his company that he merged with.
Hmm.
That guy, if you research him, all right, the MIT guy, he is deep state, and he works with
Mm.
a bunch of things that are about manipulating population control.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's where that goes, and so if you go, and this is the part I thought was really interesting. I was trying to find the military connection. I noticed that my phone
Mhm.
was leading me in circles and was saying there isn't something there. And then I had to go start asking questions differently to get information about MIT and their relationship with the US military. And then things started showing up. So the algorithm has been programmed to hide his connections with military contracts.
Okay, so
And this is the guy who
mhm.
he's bought the company. Now it gets
Mhm.
even weirder because when you go to Thomas Massey, because obviously he was running, right?
Mhm.
His financial supporters are going to be really interesting. So he's got APAC, okay. Obviously, you
Mhm.
got Israel backing him up, right? And on top of that, he has it's IPAC, and then he has Palestine Democratic Socialist of American chapter and DSA. And if you go to this Socialist Party, he is the only candidate that they were openly supporting. So he's taking not small amounts of money. He's taking huge money from so it goes understanding the Palestine struggle for freedom. So
Mhm.
he's taking money from the Palestine people. He's taking money from Israel. So because he's taking money from both, and whoever he's getting money to is basically where he's going, it made me start thinking about him. Wait a minute. So obviously he is a uniparty member because he's being supported by they're both parties, separate little entities and cash cows. And then I'm like, here's the thing with Trump, when he calls people out, you have to
Mhm.
not pay attention to the face value of what's going on because he only calls people out when they have some kind of background to look at. And so when you look at him, you go and you see all these parties that are supporting him. You can see that he's part of the communist movement because he's being supported by this. Obviously, the Socialist Party, IPAC, and then AIPAC.
Mhm.
So that's weird. So when I go, okay, so I started deep diving the guy who bought his company. Remember, the guy who finances him, gave him his millions of dollars. When I started going down that rabbit hole with that guy, that's when I started seeing I started looking at that guy's videos and stuff, and they're about socialism and controlling the masses. And he was making suggestions about how Google and other companies like that aren't selling you a great product, but their ability to manipulate the masses and control is where it's at. And he's teaching other billionaires how to manipulate people. And you pay this company to do this and go through these classes. And they're online and you can go and see him. And then obviously the MIT stuff, when you start looking into that stuff, you start going to the neural interfaces. Do you guys know what that is?
No.
It means that direct interface with the computer to the human brain.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they're working on technology that is interfacing at a neurological level. So
Mhm.
you're interfacing with the human brain itself. Now, I will be straight up honest. Some of the things that I was looking at was saying that he was working with like disabled people and things of that nature with the interface.
Mhm.
But as soon as I start hearing interface, I immediately start thinking about mind control
Right.
because they're using a computer to interface with a human network because that's what a human brain is. Most of it's electronics. It's
Hmm.
electricity, right? So if
Hmm.
you're interfering with the human brain waves, you're going to interfere with the human's ability to think. And then we already know that experimental technologies are being done to control people and control your brain. So for an example, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. People who have, can't stop shaking.
Mhm.
I forgot what do you call that?
Parkinson's.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you so much. The
Yeah.
Parkinson's
Mhm.
disease, they can put a chip in your brain that will stop the Parkinson's. So that's kind of like in that realm of technology. But what scares me is this is the MI guy who's talking about social engineering, and then all of a sudden he's getting $32 million or whatever it is from this guy. And then now he's all of a sudden a politician and he's getting money from all these places that we know are deep state and he has no problem doing it. So I speculate, and this is my opinion,
Mhm.
that Trump knows that this guy is going to go wherever the money goes and that he needs to get kicked out. He's not trustworthy.
Okay, very interesting, Bo. Thank you for sharing that. Now, that information, I don't see it in my email, so I don't know if you emailed it to me, but I am very interested in diving into that.
I texted you on our just your regular text what Bo sent me.
Ah, okay, I don't have my phone. Okay, so I'll
Well,
look
Okay.
at it later today, but I'm
Yeah.
thankful that you were here to kind of explain it with us. That's interesting because I was under the impression that that Macy wasn't taking any APAC money. So I'm interested. I'm gonna have to fact check that.
Oh, definitely.
Um,
I would definitely fact check everything I'm giving you because some of it
mhm.
is coming from Wikipedia, and I don't know how much you can trust Wikipedia.
Right, right, right.
The one thing that I did think was really unusual, and
Mhm.
you know that he's famous for a photo with his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I saw that, I'd never seen it or heard of that. And then I guess it was right after some kind of shooting or something. And the
Mhm.
part that seems weird to me is it says that he lives out in the boons, like off the grid. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, so people who are off the grid always have guns. Like
Right.
that's not anything
Mhm.
weird to me. And I went,
Mhm.
why are they going all crazy about this? And then when I looked at him currently right now, I noticed that CNN and everything keeps on saying that he's a patriot over and over and over again. Patriot, patriot, patriot. He's a patriot. And when I hear that and see that kind of dialogue, especially with
Mhm.
the mainstream media, I immediately go, yeah, I don't know about this. This sounds like Soros money to me.
Wow. Okay.
I'm
Very
done. That's
interesting.
all I had to say.
Wow. Okay. Thank you, Bo. Just really quickly, want to welcome Bradley to the stage.
Mhm.
Bradley. So, any thoughts about what you just heard? Agree, disagree, or interested?
I live in the boons and I don't own guns.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. So
Are you
how
off
do
the
you?
grid?
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
no, I'm not off the grid. So I'm not exactly what you're talking about. So no.
Mhm.
Um,
The only thing we do know is that you're from Canada, right? You're Canadian,
no.
and you have. Oh, so you're American.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. So I thought, or maybe that was the last time you came on. I think you said you were Canadian, so I'm not sure.
Oh,
So
maybe I was joking around. I'm sorry.
oh,
okay,
okay. Yeah,
so
because I remember him saying he was from Canada.
I thought so
Oh,
too.
oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
drink.
Okay. So if
I
you are
drink.
American, do you vote? Do you have a political leaning? Like, where
Oh
do you
yeah,
swing? Where do you
I
swing?
certainly do. Yes, I'm MAGA all the way. Hey, hey,
Ah.
hey.
Okay, okay. So, now, Jimmy, did you have any thoughts about Macy before we move forward?
Yeah, one thing that Bo said that struck me was when he said CNN was calling him a patriot.
Uh-huh.
And we know how CNN likes to build narratives. So why would they keep calling this guy? You know, we know CNN is just crap. And we know that they, parrot what the deep state wants to be out there to the people. So why would they keep saying that he's a patriot, he's a patriot, he's a patriot? To put that in the minds of people. And the only thing I could think of was PAY, patriot, but a PAY, patriot.
Pay, like
Mhm.
he pays.
Yes, yeah, he
Mhm.
gets paid.
Uh,
So with Bo finding that information out, which I didn't know, and that's one thing that we have always told folks to do is when you're diving in on somebody, look at their connections
mm,
because that is a huge tell on who these people are. That's why I don't trust Vance. I don't trust Vance one bit. I don't like Vance.
How about you, Bradley? Do you trust Vance or do you like Vance?
I've heard some weird things about Vance. I think he's probably all right. He might be a little like have some weird opinions or do some weird things, but I think in the long run he'll be all right. I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't
I
get
just
as
don't like
far
his
as he
connection to
did.
Palantir.
He got as far. I mean, he's vice president. He can't get as far as as him. You know,
Mhm.
if you're not, sort of what I'm trying to say is like rooted. You're rooted in certain things, so
Right.
he might trail off, but I think he's still rooted in good things.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then there's always the conspiracy. We'll say this: there's always the conspiracy that certain people have been replaced, and we're watching a 2.0. So if you look at pictures of Thomas Massey from 2015 compared to now, they look kind of different. Vance definitely looks different than he did when he was a never Trumper back in the day. And he was listed as being 5'7".
Can I just let me get this straight?
Okay.
Are we talking about Terminators?
I don't know if we're talking about Terminators, more like people wearing masks.
Not robots?
Well, there's the possibility of that too. There is that possibility. I mean, look at the way Joe Biden walked.
Terminators.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't call Joe Biden a Terminator. He'd be a
Have you ever seen the CIA mask that they use?
yes,
By any chance, Bradley?
I don't know what I'm here to do. I'm Joe Biden as Terminator.
Yeah.
What's my missing prerogative? I don't know.
They have masks, and they've shown like how they use them and how they can look exactly like somebody else, and then you can put a voice emulator on.
yeah,
Like the T-1000.
Yeah.
yeah, and they do have the robots. The robots are out there. They have those.
Did you see the documentation that they had? I don't know 100% about it. Maybe you do, Jimmy, more about it. But I had seen a thing that was talking about there was some kind of document that was saying that yes, that they had Biden had more than one like fake person to look like him.
Oh yeah, from what I know, there was 4.
Yeah, there's something like that. I
Isn't there
never got to
something wrong with his ear?
deep dive on that, but I was interested about that. I mean, that makes sense. I'm sure that's not an unusual thing. I'm sure other countries do that and stuff. But I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
I actually heard that done with another country with there was a president that they thought was dead for a while, but then like there was reports that they brought a fake person up to like, oh no, everything's okay. I can't remember what the hell that was. I don't know if it's Korea or somebody was missing for a long time, Kim Jong-un or something like that. I swear to God, nobody else remembers anything like this.
Was that in South Korea a few years back?
I think I don't know. Yeah,
I want to say it was somewhere over in Asia that happened. That the president disappeared and then they came back later.
Yeah, there was for a long while they thought a president like went underground, like nobody heard from or whatever, and there was speculation that he fucking died. But then like all of a sudden he like made a speech or something and it looked weird and everyone was like, no, that's not him. They bought a body double or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a movie.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
sorry.
So, Jimmy, are you ready to do your news blast? And then I can put everybody behind stage, let you get through that, and then bring everybody back up.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we can do that.
All right, everybody. So we're gonna let Jimmy have the floor in just a minute.
Welcome everyone to the news segment brought to you by the UPC, where the political pulse never seems to rest. Our trusted anchor is ready to break down the latest developments shaping the nation. Reporting live from North Carolina, welcome Jimmy Bell.
Good evening and welcome back to the News Blast. Can we bring Bo back on? Because I like to have his thoughts on this stuff too.
Okay, sure,
Yeah.
Bo. So Bradley, just hang out, or you can watch from the chat, but I'll bring you back up if you're still backstage. Okay, go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, so let's go into Tuesday of last week. We got 5 pages, and I'm gonna try to fly through these as quick as we can, and talk about what we can. So Tuesday of last week, all AI models misrepresent news events nearly half the time, study says. That's very interesting because if you go to AI and you put some stuff in there, the way the system is set up is like I asked about the Charlie Kirk assassination. And at the time that I asked about it, the AI model did not know anything about it.
I can tell you why this is.
Go ahead.
My brother works in this field, and he was telling me what has gone on over the last 8 years is that they have removed people who are not on the left. The programmers that are doing it, they are actually eliminating people and bringing foreigners in to run them, and companies are refusing to hire IT members that are white.
Really?
They're open, and they're not even hiding it. They're openly saying that they will not hire you. So when you go and you apply or whatever, the individuals that the companies send out to recruit, the recruiters are telling you, we won't even look at you because you're white male.
Wow.
So what does that have to do with them not
Those
knowing?
are the people that are writing the program. They control the program. They're manipulating the AI, and they're telling the AI algorithm what it's to look at and how it's supposed to react to things it doesn't want. And that's
Mhm.
why it's saying really crazy, stupid shit, is because
Mhm.
the AI is getting messed up. This is like when you compare Elon Musk AI to these other AIs,
Mhm.
Elon's is so much more accurate because they're writing so much dumb code to make it say crazy shit that it
Mhm.
doesn't say stuff that like do you remember the whole thing when it wouldn't when Google wouldn't show you anyone who was white and it was showing George Washington as black and all that stuff? Do you remember that?
I remember that.
I didn't think it was that bad. No, I haven't seen that.
Okay, so they said it was a mistake, right? And they you would look at George Washington. This didn't last for too long, but this is I
Mhm.
don't even remember. This was like a few years ago. But you would go look.
Mhm.
They let the AI out, and people were using it, and it was told not to represent white people, and so it was
Wow.
changing George Washington. It was changing anybody and giving them some kind of minority background that wasn't real.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
that's exactly why what happened then is exactly what the field is doing right now, and that's why you're seeing that.
Well,
Okay.
in connection to that, a story that broke yesterday, Elon Musk launches Grokopedia as an alternative to woke Wikipedia. That was announced yesterday. So that kind
That's
of
new.
falls in line with what Bo just said about Elon.
Mhm.
So yeah, and the thing is the AI scours, all the news and everything, and we know that the propaganda that's pushed out is basically left-wing ideology. So they're going to pull information from those sources as well. So that's why it's skewed. And then they sell it to the public as this is where you can get true information. Just ask AI. Because
Mhm.
everybody's caught on to Wikipedia knowing that it's, woke bullcrap. It has some good stuff in there, but you got to sift through all that to get through the proper, you'll see the
Mhm.
propaganda. So they're selling AI to people as this is where you can get the best information. And then people go to it and they're still getting crap.
Mhm.
Would you agree with that, Bo?
100%.
Okay. All right. So we covered that one. All right. Let's go on to the next thing. Trump says he does not want wasted meeting after plan for Putin talks shelved. National Guard troops expected in New Orleans by late November. Person arrested after driving into barricade near the White House. Elon Musk goes on tirade after NASA said it will seek moon landers from SpaceX rivals. I did not hear about that, but that's interesting.
Mm-mm. Yep.
Bo, if I'm going through any of this stuff and there's something you want to just say, just speak up, okay, man?
Sure.
All right. Federal agents carry out joint ICE crackdown on New York City's Canal Street. Trump says he's seeking a lot of money in damages from the DOJ. Now, I want to set the record straight on this. This is going back to the Biden DOJ. He is suing
Mhm.
what the Biden DOJ did. And
Mhm.
so it's not his DOJ
Mhm.
currently, but that's what it is.
Okay. Oh, quick question for Bo about that NASA piece. So Bo, the moon landing, real or fake?
The moon landing?
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
Mhm. I
I
mean, it could
think
be a
it's
quickie,
real.
yes or no, or
I think it's real, but I think that they found something that they don't want us to know.
so you really think that they landed on the moon?
I do.
Okay.
And I've seen but here's the thing. I am 100% positive that they made videos that were depicting the moon landing in case it didn't work out, that they were planning on frauding us. That's a positive. Like, we already know that. I can't say, but I've actually spoken to some people in NASA. I have friends that worked in NASA. Acquaintances. That's how I'm going to say. I'm not going to say friends. That's not really accurate.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
one of the guys is one of the controllers. I can't say my relationship with the guy, but he told me some interesting stuff. Nothing super crazy, but I do believe it's real. But
Mhm.
I don't believe the narrative that they just landed, because when the communication went when they
Mhm.
landed, and then
Mhm.
there was there's been like certain like UFO places that have asked for declassification, and they've gotten some of the like writings that were sent back and forth from NASA, got sent or released to the court, and they said weird stuff that
Mhm.
like they'd seen something there and they were hiding it, and that's why they cut the transmission, like they saw like some kind of like alien ship or something. So I don't know if it's true or not. I like the idea they found aliens, so I'm just gonna go with it.
Okay, real quickly, Bradley, moon landing, real or fake?
I say it's fake.
Okay, quick, one more quick question. I'm sorry, Jimmy. Dinosaurs, real or fake, Bradley?
Dinosaurs real.
Real? Okay, okay. All right, so I'm gonna
But
let Jimmy go ahead.
I
Yeah.
think that we lived during dinosaurs. I think that there was human beings and dinosaurs at the same time. That's what I believe. Maybe
Okay,
not
that's fair.
all the time. Maybe not all the time, but
Hmm.
I believe that. I think that there's proof.
Okay, okay, thank you. So I'm gonna put you backstage and just let Jimmy do his thing,
Or
and I'll
just
bring you
keep
back later.
you can keep him on there in
Oh,
case
okay.
he
If you
has
want to
something
stay,
to
then
add.
stay. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay. Gold, silver, tumble, and biggest daily drop in years. Peru's president declares state of emergency in the capital. Guatemala passes anti-gang law, declares gangs terrorist groups, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average hit a record, and this was last Tuesday. So, and it's been going up ever since then. Let's check on the chat because we haven't checked on the chat yet. What are they saying with the Tuesday news?
Okay, Steen says USSR had a lunar orbiter as Apollo 2 was on the way there. Okay. Let's see. A question for Bo from Jane. What do you think of the Challenger incident? I'm not sure what that is.
The
That was
Challenger.
that was the
They used,
1986 the Challenger that blew up.
yes, and they used parts from the Challenger to build the space Endeavor, the space shuttle
Yep.
Endeavor.
Yep.
I don't really know much about it to give an opinion on top of my head right now, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't remember.
All right.
I mean, I recognize the name Challenger, but I don't know
Yeah.
the conspiracy behind it.
Oh, okay. Ozzy
Space
says
shuttle
calling
Endeavor.
the moon from a dial phone seemed real.
There's a belt. There's a radiation belt that's supposed to be in between that.
Mhm.
The Van Allen belts.
Van Halen belt. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't
Let's
do that.
see. Okay, that's pretty much it for now, Jimmy.
Okay, so let's go into Wednesday. Chuck Grassley releases memo showing the DOJ unleashed unchecked government power on Trump associates. If we can just look back at what happened during the Biden residency, we know how many Trump associates were arrested and how they went after his associates. And so that's one reason why Trump is suing the now defunct Biden DOJ. U.S. military flew supersonic B-1 bombers up to the coast of Venezuela. Trump says that report is false. Israeli strikes kill 4 in new Lebanon ceasefire breach. Accused fentanyl kingpin wanted by U.S. and Mexico is arrested in Cuba. And Kim Kardashian diagnosed with a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, I saw that, Jimmy. Can we, for future reference, just politics, please? I mean, this is killing me. You're killing me.
Oh no.
It's
All right, go ahead.
Hey, well, it's out there. So let's see.
Can I ask a question
Thursday.
about the B-1 bomber?
What's that?
So he said that they did not move the B-1 bomber.
Yeah, U.S. military flew supersonic B-1 bombers up the coast of Venezuela. Trump says that report is false.
Is the B-1 bomber? I can't remember. Is that one of our large international bombers that's capable of going from the U.S. to another country?
Yes.
Okay, because I remember that that we have an agreement with Russia on those. If it's the huge ones, the ones that can go international, we have satellites on theirs, and they have satellites on ours at all times to de-escalate the possibility of nuclear attack. So I don't know why the media would say that, because like for an example, the bombers that one of those bombers they blew up when Russia was fighting with Ukraine, and that was like a big thing that really pissed Trump off, is because we have an agreement we leave them open on the fields for like a de-escalation of nuclear attacks from one another. It's like
Right.
an agreement. It's been going on since the Cold War.
Well, we got to remember what the media is trying to do here and what the deep state really wants. They want to push a war. So by putting this information out there to the public, in the public's mind, and the people that don't know what the hell's going on, they're going to say, "Oh, well, Trump is starting a war in Venezuela." You know, they've been doing it. They've been saying that with the boats that he's been blowing up with the drug traffickers, and saying that.
Crazy.
Yeah, so they're trying
like
to
blowing up drug dealers is like a bad. Like when did we start feeling bad for child molesters and drug dealers that kill kids?
exactly.
When did they become the prized people that we need?
2025.
Exactly.
I mean, because
Yeah.
if this would have happened in the '90s, we would have been like slapping our hands together. We would have been hooting and hollering how great it was. And now we're supposed to feel bad. Like
No.
no, we should be grateful that they're shooting and killing those people.
Well,
Our
and
country's heroes are being spit on. That's what's happening.
Yeah. And the thing is what has happened in the past is other administrations, they would detain these guys and then let them go
Or deport them back.
or deport them back or whatever, or, you know, or they would end up in the country somehow. So Trump is saying, nah, they're that's a cartel. Cartels have been listed as a terrorist organization, and you do not need to go to Congress to get a declaration of war to take out terrorists.
No. There is a different ruling with terrorists.
Yes, absolutely.
You do not have
Absolutely.
rights with terrorists. You're
And
right
the thing with Venezuela is that guy there, Maduro, he is actually a king cartel guy. He's not really a politician. He's a cartel guy.
Isn't like everyone who was like opposed him there, them and the whole families were wiped out?
Which families?
Venezuela.
I don't know. Are you saying that Maduro's family's been wiped out?
Well, the country that they're fighting about with the drug dealers are coming through, the president they said was elected illegally, that Trump said, I don't recognize him.
Yeah, that would be Maduro.
Yeah, there was a thing that was saying Maduro. If that's him, that they were saying that the reason.
There's also the Colombian guy, the Colombian president too.
Yeah, and they were saying that if you say people that were trying to, run against them or politicians are saying anything, that they were either gunned down or that they were arrested, and that's why Trump is saying, I don't recognize that because it's not a real election.
Well, that you could be referring to Brazil too, with Luna, and where they kicked out Bolsonaro, and imprisoned Bolsonaro as well. Yeah, that whole region over there is just there's so much corruption down there.
Unstable.
Yes, that's a very good word, Ruby. Very good word.
Unstable. Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, Jimmy, go ahead.
All right, let's go into Thursday. Trump says he's cutting off all trade talks with Canada over an anti-tariff ad.
An ad?
Yeah. There's more to that.
Okay.
Ground stop issued for Alaska Airlines after IT outage. Target announces plan to eliminate 1,800 corporate jobs. Trump indicates he won't seek, here we go, won't seek congressional approval for targeting drug traffickers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is another thing that was big last week. NBA stars, and this goes into political stuff, Ruby. NBA stars and mafia among dozens arrested in illegal gambling crackdown.
Yeah, okay, I did hear about that one, and that was really interesting, but not too crazy. Like I could believe it. You know what I'm saying with the gambling stuff. So I
Yeah,
could totally see that happening. Yeah.
and here's the thing with that. We've been saying for a very long time that your sports are rigged. The NFL's
Right.
rigged.
Right.
NBA's rigged. Major League Baseball. I'm sure it's harder to rig baseball, but you can
I'm a
still do it.
professional wrestling fan, so I believe all that. It's all
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah. And the thing is if you remember, let's just take LeBron James as an example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We know he went to Diddy parties. We know he dressed up in female clothing. There's pictures of it. That's the whole humiliation ritual that they all have to go through. We know that LeBron has dirt on his hands. Okay. So instead of going after him that way, could it be possible that he could get wrapped up in this whole gambling scandal and be involved in RICO charges? Now, if you go back in history, go back to Al Capone. Al Capone killed a lot of people, but he did not go to prison for the stuff he did in that regard. He got busted for tax evasion and went to prison.
Okay, quick question, Jimmy. If it does, why should it? But this is my question. Why does it matter? Like should it not? Okay, so my opinion is that it really shouldn't matter. They should go to jail for whatever they've done. Why does it matter which avenue they got them in? Why
There's
does
no
that matter?
proof. No proof to the murder.
For some it would be, and this is just my opinion, my complete speculation. For some, I think it would be easier for them to accept somebody being busted on gambling RICO charges versus diddling little kids.
Well, there's a paper trail to one, and other there's just hearsay. That's why it's harder. That's why they couldn't bust, Al Capone for mafia stuff, because killing people, he did that. There was no witnesses, no proof. But when he fucked up and he made a paper trail to something, that's where they we got you.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
Well, I mean,
we're gonna
look at
punish
Diddy,
you
though.
just the same for all those other things that we can't get you for. That's what they said.
I mean, but look at Diddy. Like there's more evidence of Diddy's crimes than we've ever seen with anyone in Hollywood, and he's still getting off. I mean, how many? I lost track. After they got to 100 witnesses, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think that this Diddy thing, this story's not over. There's others now. This is complete hearsay. Y'all take it for what it's worth. But there are rumors out there that he was working with the feds to catch a lot of these people. So,
but didn't they say the same thing about Trump, that he was working as like an insider or something, gathering information on these people, and that's why he was buddy with Epstein types?
Correct. Yeah. Trump was the only person that cooperated with the FBI back in 2009 to turn over information that he had on Jeffrey Epstein. It's also been said that Trump worked with the FBI back in the 80s to help take down the mafia with Rudy Giuliani. So we don't know what roles everybody's playing behind the scenes. A lot of what we see, we just get through the media and through the news and stuff like that. So we don't know everything that's going on behind the scenes. So if Diddy gets pardoned, oh my God, people are going to lose their minds without they haven't done the digging. Go ahead, Bradley.
I just want to say real quick, what's messed up is that Diddy's getting off for getting off.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
But
Go ahead, Jimmy.
But I do believe that in the end, justice will prevail and we'll know a lot more. I mean, you think about what we know now compared to what we knew in 2020. We know a
Right.
lot more stuff now than we did back then.
Right.
And so I think as time goes on, that trend is going to continue. All right,
All right.
let's move on. Go ahead, Bo. Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, unfortunately, I think the exact opposite. I think that he has so many connections with the Uniparty
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
he's gonna get a little slap on the wrist, and no one's ever gonna hear about Diddy until he's dead, and no one cares anymore.
Well, you know what? Now that you say that, this could be a way to show the public how corrupt the judicial system is.
Mhm.
Because everybody has been complaining about, oh, we need to see arrest. We need to see arrest. We need to see this person perp walk. Okay, well, who are you going to go to and get a conviction for complete justice when the justice system is corrupt?
And I'm pretty sure that Diddy Till I'm Dead is his next album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jimmy, go ahead.
All right. So Trump says federal deployment to San Francisco has been called off. Okay. I did not know that. That's interesting.
Mhm.
I had to find out why. Ex-special counsel Jack Smith asks to testify publicly before Congress. That'll be interesting. And Vance calls Israel's parliament vote on West Bank annexation an insult. So that's interesting. Yay for Vance on that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, let's go into Friday. Trump says no plans to name White House ballroom after himself.
Oh, I call bullshit. No,
I kind of wish he would have done it. I would love.
It's
to
going to
see him
be
make a
interesting what he
break with it.
names it. It's going to be
Yeah.
interesting. It's going to trigger the liberals. I know
the
it.
MAGA ballroom.
Do what?
The MAGA ballroom.
No, he
MAGA
should call it the
ballroom.
White Room. Oh man.
Oh my.
Oh.
All right. Trump calls for prosecution of more. Here we go. Biden era justice officials, including Jack Smith and Merrick Garland.
Mhm.
Inflation climbs to highest level since January. Trump ally donates $130 million to cover troops' paychecks amid shutdown crisis.
Oh
Okay.
yeah. Yeah. Can we piggyback on that? Because the
Yep.
government shutdown is still happening and everybody's getting notifications and the internet is joking about that the next SNAP benefit for the month of November, if it stays shut down, is not going to happen. And people are going crazy on the internet about that.
Yeah, people are. I've seen so many videos this past week of people crashing out. And what gets me is a lot of these videos that are being put out. First off, I think a lot of it's rage baiting. I think they want people to get pissed off. That's not to say that there are some people losing their SNAP benefits. Now, I will say this too. I have a family member that does receive food stamps, and their stuff is not being cut off for the month of November. They haven't said anything to me about that. However, do you know what percentage of SNAP benefits goes to illegal aliens?
Is it over 20?
If you had to guess, okay, for the panel, Bo, Bradley, Ruby, what would your guess be? What would your guess be?
I would say somewhere around 10% because most of the country's white.
All right, 15, 10. All right, Ruby?
$1, Bob.
Maybe like under 20%.
Okay, go to our X messaging.
Yeah, I got it.
And I only sent you 3 this time, so it's the second one I sent you.
Okay, with the news guy here, Newsmax?
Yeah, let's play that.
Okay, so give me 1 second.
Since we're talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh.
This country that there are 42 million people in this country that need food stamps on a weekly basis. And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans, because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country. 45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps, 42% of Somali immigrants, 34% of every immigrant from Iraq, 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps, meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans. Think about that. And we didn't know about any of this before the government shutdown started, but thanks to Democrats, we can confirm tonight that millions of Joe Biden illegal aliens, people who crossed the border when Joe was president, are now collecting food stamps from a program funded by hardworking American taxpayers. There are
No! I have a question.
59%.
How much is
So
that costing
hold on.
me?
Now I wonder if there's a little bit of manipulation here, because he said 59% of the population of Haitians or whatever, but what's the actual number of compared to actual Americans is what I'd be interested in. Because
So
if it's
there
10%,
was a Ruby. Go to my X feed,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I put up a chart that showed all the different countries that were receiving food stamp benefits, and compared to America, Americans. They had, I think America was listed like number 4 or something. But right there, pull that up. Might want to
Okay.
blow it up. Can you blow it up?
What's that big green number on top?
Yeah,
I think
that's
I-
Afghan. Afghan 45.6%, but American white is 8.6%. But you see, that's where we fall into the problem of who is an American? What is an American? And we've talked about this many times already.
Don't they have native?
I am.
Don't they
Yeah,
have native up there at the top, like number 4, Ruby? 4 or 5? What's 4 or 5? I can't see it.
Yeah, native. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's like the
Enhance.
the sixth one. Native, that's 27%, 0.6.
All right. So I'm assuming that's native, America.
And Puerto Rican are Americans, so that's 27.2.
Yeah.
Black
So
Americans, 24%.
okay. So it's showing that out of all recipients of the food stamp program, 59% is going to non-citizens.
How much money does that cost?
that's insane.
Yeah. And you wonder why your grocery prices are high?
Oh, I thought that's because
Right.
people were just stealing things from stores.
Yeah.
That too. But this is outrageous because are we talking about these ethnic groups / American? Like, are they citizens, or are we talking about illegal or
We're talking about illegal people coming, or the people that came over on asylum. All the people from Afghan. Those were asylum seekers. But they're getting 45% of the Afghan asylum seekers are getting food stamps.
My question, during the Biden administration, didn't they just wasn't there different laws or whatever, and they allowed people to just ship on over?
Yeah.
Parade on over. Wasn't there a big parade of people just coming right into our country?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Who do we got on stage?
Welcome to the stage, Gail.
Hi. I just wanted to say that my sister lives in the state of Maine, and there's a high population of Somalians, and they're already robbing the grocery stores up there.
Oh, wow.
So, and I also wanted to let you know, did you know about what's going on in Rio de Janeiro? There's a war between the cartel and the military. 64 people have been killed, but it's getting pretty nasty down there with the cartel.
Rio de Janeiro?
Pardon me?
Rio de Janeiro?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So,
and did you also hear about the Hamas digging up bodies and then reburying them?
What?
No, I did not hear about
No,
that yet.
did not hear about that. Nope.
Did not
And
hear
here's
about that
another
yet.
thing. How about truckless drivers in the state of Texas? They have
Oh, I saw a Stephen King
driverless
movie about
trucks
that.
in Texas.
What was that, Gail?
They have driverless truck drivers in Texas now. I think they're DHL trucks that are going without a driver in the state of
Yeah,
Texas.
yeah, that's always safe.
You ever see Fully Loaded? Oh, maximum.
So I got some
overload.
data on this. It says the total population this the year of 2024, 13.3% of the total U.S. population receives SNAP benefits.
Okay.
Wow.
And out of that 13%,
Percentage of non-Americans on food stamps between 2% and 6.8%, according to a poll on 2023.
Bo, did it give you a dollar amount?
It's not giving me a dollar amount. It's saying 2% to 6.8% of the overall, and it's just it's saying the percentage of food stamps altogether.
Thank
Which is
you.
what I'm interested about is that the numbers that Jimmy is giving. So if this is in 2023, it's 2%, and if it jumped to 40%, I mean, think about it. It went from 2% to 40%.
well, think about all the people that came
crazy.
over the border.
Yeah,
I know.
exactly.
That's just the amount of money that's coming through that. It's just got to be enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Walmart has a deal with the government. Walmart's receiving, because the people shop were there with their EBTs, Walmart is collecting, I think it was $24 billion a year from the government on EBT stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, people are spending money there and they're, with their EBT.
Right.
And so Walmart.
Did you hear that Walmart is going to start charging you to use their registers?
No.
No,
Did you hear about this?
No.
Like the
Just really.
self-checkout. Sorry.
Yeah,
just really-
they're gonna put their own company tax on you for using their registers.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have not heard that. I just want to welcome Joseph to the stage. He just joined. Hi, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Hi.
Hey,
I wanted to talk to Gigi. Is she there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi, Joseph.
Yes. Remember last week we were talking about Ireland, that you have either a daughter or daughter-in-law in Ireland?
Yeah, my granddaughter, and I'll tell you what happened. It's pretty disgusting. A 10-year-old girl was raped in front of a hotel the migrants were in. So the citizens of Dublin started protesting against the police because it got really ugly. And I don't blame them for protesting against that. Yeah, she was 10 years old. My granddaughter didn't go too far until things calmed down. I think it's calmed down a little.
that's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I called my friends in Ireland, and they said it's even worse than what is reported on, through the news.
Oh, that's awful.
Ireland is the population of Ireland is about 5.4 million people, but they have now received over 2 million immigrants that were put into the country, and they spread them all through the country. And most of these people don't like Western civilization. They hate white people and women. It's just
Wasn't there?
bad.
I'm sorry, but wasn't there a viral video of a Ireland girl with weapons, and she was, hey, you're fucking with me, and I'm gonna, I'm gonna fight
we
back.
played that. We
She's
played that
saying,
video.
I'm gonna defend myself, and
Yeah.
that's so bad. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
They arrested her for that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
A 10-year-old girl was arrested for not letting them do bad things to her.
I know, it's disgusting.
No, she had every right.
I now have
every
two
right.
granddaughters there. I have two granddaughters there now.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I have some very dear friends of mine in just outside of Dublin, and they said it's horrible.
No,
Mm-hmm.
she had every right.
So, Jimmy, are you ready for your next topic?
Yeah, let's go on the next little run of news. Going back to Colombia and Venezuela and all that. U.S. sanctions Colombian President Gustavo Petro. New York Attorney General Letitia James pleads not guilty in federal bank fraud case.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm
This is my
loving
favorite
that.
story of all of them right here.
Yeah, I know, right? FBI Director Kash Patel plans to travel to China as part of a fentanyl crackdown effort. Canada to pull tariff ad featuring Ronald Reagan. Basically, the ad was Ronald Reagan was allegedly speaking against tariffs, but the problem was it was taken out of context. And of course, that's what the media does. They take things out of context and then they ran the ad. So after Trump said, well, we're going to call off all trade deals, they've decided to pull the ad. So yeah, FAFO.
Their entire economy is based on us.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. U.S. coffee prices spike due to tariffs and poor weather. Oh, believe me, that's what I drink. I drink coffee all the time, and prices of coffee is ridiculous. FBI and Philadelphia police announced gang drug trafficking bust in Kensington. That was Friday's news. We haven't checked on the chat. Let's check on the chat.
Sure. Okay, so really quickly, Steen says if I lived in the dirt in Afghanistan or Africa or Iran, I would want to come to the US too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dallas, many of them were and are raised without a father or father figure. That's the problem.
There's that.
Let's see. Alpha, the first one is new chat and says, true, many of the illegal immigrants are here for the money, not the country. Facts.
For the money.
Steen, Biden also gave them free plane trips to lightly populated areas to win votes.
Yep.
Oh, there's proof of that, I'm guessing.
Yep, there's proof of that. That's why the Democrats are so pissed off about Trump deporting all these people, which is kind of funny because there's clips out there showing Bill Clinton talking about deporting criminal illegal aliens. There's videos out there with Barack Obama saying the same thing and Hillary Clinton saying the same thing.
Yep.
But when Trump actually does it, then they get all bent out of shape about it.
Then there's so many people out there spreading misinformation like they used to bitch about, oh no, there's perfectly legal Americans that are being deported for no reason. Do you know how many people are saying that? Ridiculous. And that with there's no basis to that. There's no proof of that. But
You're absolutely right.
Spouting it out. They're spouting it out like it's fucking fact. Not at all. Nope.
Yep. You're absolutely right.
Nobody's saying misinformation. Nobody's being pulled for misinformation, are they? Nope.
Yep, you're right. All right, so let's move into the weekend. Biden calls these dark days as he urges Americans to get back up. Delta to begin first nonstop flight to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That's interesting. 5 crew members rescued after Navy helicopter fighter jet goes down in South China Sea in its separate incidents. U.S. and China agree framework of trade deal ahead of Trump-Xi meeting. That's supposed to take place, I think, on Thursday. Trump is supposed to be meeting with Xi. He was in Malaysia. I think he was in Malaysia and signed the peace deal with the Malaysian-Cambodian thing going on. He signed that peace deal. And isn't it funny? I don't know if you guys have seen the videos or not, but everywhere Trump goes overseas, he gets a king's welcome.
Yes.
They roll out the freaking red carpet for the dude. Everywhere.
You just brought up something I had a question about, and you just said the opposite, which kind of answers my question, because that's something I'm worried about. In our own country, there has been multiple places where Trump has been tried to be assassinated. And he's going overseas where we think, some of these places might be our enemy. But perfectly safe. He's done this many times. He's gone over to South Korea and everything like that, and everything has been perfectly fine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Not in our
Yeah,
own
because
fucking country.
because his enemy is here, and we know it.
Ugh,
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than the enemy that's within.
that's terrible.
And that's where it is. It's exactly within.
Which is
And I think, in my opinion, I believe that the rest of the world has woken up a little bit quicker to what's been going on in this world than Americans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have a big point about all that, and you know how like people call our country so racist. We're so racist in this country, but we had a black president, Osama. Nope. Sorry, I didn't even mean to do that. But Barack Obama.
Well, here's another thing to think about. Don't forget they might not have access as much as we do with the internet. So they're guarded from a lot of crap. Did you know Joe Biden received a lifetime achievement award in my wonderful woke crappy state of Massachusetts? Yeah, he got that today in Boston.
But my point with Barack Obama is that we're such a racist country that we had a black president. But can you tell me how many times was he assassinated? Tried to be assassinated?
Yeah.
Trump was
twice.
Yeah, there were attempts on
0 times for Obama. 0 times.
Yeah, we just don't know about it.
Attempts on Obama. There were 2, but they were foiled. They were like nutballs.
Okay,
but they were not like they weren't having the police force not manage there, and there was nothing crazy about it. It was just random.
His ear shot off?
No, that's what I'm saying is there wasn't anything weird behind it. Like it wasn't like an inside job or anything. Like there was one lunatic I think jumped the fence, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like that.
Yeah.
Not nearly as dangerous as somebody with a sniper's nest and somebody actually shooting at him.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah, that was a setup. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my point.
Yeah.
That we're so racist, but yet
Right. Right.
That's my point. Yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
U.S. warships dock in Trinidad and Tobago. 1 person killed, 6 wounded in shooting at Lincoln University. Boeing defense workers on strike in the Midwest. Trump says he's open to meeting with Kim Jong-un during Asia trip. I love that. I love that he has that connection with Kim Jong-un. I'm telling you, in my opinion, Kim Jong-un is working with President Trump.
Probably is.
I believe it. Rand Paul pledges support for Massey.
Okay. Well, we'll put a pin in that because I want to dive into what Bo said earlier. I want to kind of look at it a little deeper, and then maybe not. My opinion might change based on what I read, what I find out, and then I'll come back to the Paul guy.
Okay. Russia has tested a new nuclear-capable missile. Putin and top generals say. Arrest made in crown jewel heist at the Paris Louvre Museum. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Hurricane Melissa strengthens, and Malay triumphs in Argentine midterm elections.
Okay, can we pause there? Can we pause?
Yes.
Sorry, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
Bo, hurricanes, real or fake?
What? What do you mean?
I have a point about that. Yeah.
But maybe you should say hurricanes manipulated or not.
Oh, okay. So you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now. Okay, I'm sorry. I was like, you don't think I don't even understand how that. But okay, so you're talking about can we make an artificial hurricane?
No. Well, know hurricanes are they okay? Better question: are they natural or unnatural? Yes or no?
Well, they're a natural occurring thing, but we have the technology to make them.
Yes. To strengthen them.
We can manipulate the weather. We've been able to do this since the 60s.
That's not what I care about. Shouldn't we have the technology to stop them?
Yes. So okay.
I'm sorry, they won't stop them. I'm sorry.
We walk around with little televisions for crying out loud.
Exactly.
For what suits us, not what makes us money. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so follow-up question. Do you think that these hurricanes are so-called real in the sense that they're natural, or do you think that these hurricanes are purposefully manipulated to target us?
I would go for the. I have no proof of this, but I have seen some, shows and some documents that were talking about black projects, and I think that it is definitely something that deep state would do because it would go with the narrative of the the climate is changing and causing it, and that makes them money, and everything they do makes them money for that. And so I wouldn't put it past them to do it. I mean, we know for a fact that they were putting all those fires and saying that it was because of global warming. In reality, it was a bunch of the Antifa members burning places down all around the world.
We saw video. They're
Two,
starting
two things I want to add to this. If we did play a clip in season 1 from Disney showing, it was a Disney show back in 1950 that showed them manipulating and steering hurricanes. That was about you. Do you remember that, Ruby?
I don't. So you're gonna have to send me that.
Yeah, we
later.
played that. You could probably look it up on YouTube. Disney show from the 50s shows hurricane manipulation. Look that up. And while you look that up, talking about these fires in California and these natural disasters in certain areas, these state officials use that as a way to get federal funding. So they'll create a fire and be like, okay, well, federal government, we need some money to come in here and, redo everything. And then that money comes in, and then the money never gets to the people or never goes towards building back the Palisades, so to speak, or any of the other things. So they're just laundering those federal tax dollars. So that's what they're doing.
I think Bradley, you had your hand up.
Yes. I got to get out of here. It's late for me. Have a good night, everyone.
Oh, okay.
Peace
Have a
and
good night,
love.
Bradley.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming in, Bradley.
joining.
I love you guys. Peace and love. It was very fun.
Okay.
tonight.
Good
Take care, brother.
night. Bye.
You know,
Bye.
So yeah, I do believe that, hurricanes, they are a natural occurrence, but they manipulate it and steer it and make them bigger and stronger. And isn't it kind of funny? We have not had a landfall hurricane this year in the United States.
Can I jump on this for 1 second?
Yeah.
So I couldn't remember the name of it. So it's Project Storm Fury, and it was started in 1983, or I'm sorry, 1962, and was ended in 1983.
Yeah, they have ways to manipulate. Did you find anything, Ruby?
Okay, I think I did, but that's 25 minutes long, and I don't remember watching that. Weather Control, advocated in 1959, Walt Disney educational film. Is that what you're referring to?
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna watch it.
Just pull it up, just so people can see it and they can go find it themselves.
Okay.
You ain't got to play it. You ain't got to play it, but.
Okay, so it looks like this. That's the title. Weather Control, advocated in 1959, Walt Disney educational film. And that's what it looks like.
Yeah. And if you want to go back even further, they were testing manipulation of the weather after the Civil War.
Really?
Yeah, we talked about that too. Because what was happening is every time there was a battle, a Civil War battle, then like a day or two later, it would rain after all these battles. And they didn't understand why. So after the war was over, they got together and they started shooting off cannons and stuff and everything into the air. And then like a day later, it would rain. It has something. I'm not a scientist, so y'all can go look this stuff up. But it was saying because of what the sound and the frequencies were doing to the atmosphere, it was causing the weather to change. So they do have the technology to do this. Now, it has been said that the White Hats took control of the weather manipulation. People have put out there saying, well, hell, the government's been shut down for 28 days and they ain't seen no chemtrails. Folks have said that the White Hats have taken over the weather manipulation. And that's why we haven't seen any landfalling hurricanes in the United States this year. Take that for what it's worth.
Yeah. Cloud seeding, they're using silver iodine.
Yes.
And they did that during the Project Cloud Seeding is a weapon they were using in Vietnam to flood areas to drown them.
Yes. Yes.
So we've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, we have. And as far as the fires go, this is what I heard about the 15-minute cities that they want to set up with the in Hawaii and in California. And what about the flood that happened? Was it North Carolina, South Carolina?
North Carolina.
That poor state. And that they said that was manipulated weather.
Oh, yeah. Totally believe that was manipulated. And they're even saying that this Hurricane Melissa, I saw something today. I haven't looked into it completely, but there was something about Kingston, which is the capital of Jamaica, that there was a plan to put a 15-minute city in Kingston, Jamaica. Wow. And now you got this hurricane barreling towards it. Some have said, I saw this too right before we came on, that this Hurricane Melissa was more about Gitmo, because they were hoping that they would be so bad that they would have to evacuate Gitmo, where allegedly military tribunals are taking place. And so that was put out there. I haven't looked into that yet. I have low confidence information on that. So I want to just put that out there that I did see that earlier this evening.
Well, who's behind a lot of this is Bill Gates. And he gets away with the chemtrails, and no one does anything about it because the guy's loaded and money talks. But it's all part of the plan to go back with the depopulation and mind control of the masses. So this is what we're seeing right now, right in front of us. They want to control us. They want to take over, and they think we're stupid. So this is part of their evil, rotten plan, is to depopulate the world. And I don't know, it's just sick. I wish that guy, I don't know why he's still walking around. I really don't.
Well,
yeah.
There's theories on that.
What did you say?
I said there's theories on that too.
Yeah. Women's source need to go away.
The White House.
What's that, Joseph?
Remember, he was invited to the White House.
Oh, yeah, he was. I saw that. Yep.
Yeah.
He sat next to Trump, didn't he?
Yes, he sure did. Yeah.
That has all to do with the AI crap.
Yes, that's what it was about.
All right, let's take the last day, Monday, yesterday. Judge punts on news cameras in the courtroom in Charlie Kirk murder case, so they're not allowing cameras in there. Interesting.
Oh, I got something about this.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Bo.
Okay, I don't know if you're gonna, but you know that the boyfriend is missing now.
Yes, I heard.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, that nobody knows that they're speculating that he has been taken into custody by the United States government because they can't let him out. So I think that's really, really interesting that he just disappeared. The number one witness.
Wow.
Well, that's the trans boyfriend, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's the one that's wearing the dog costume.
What do they call them? Furries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Furry.
What?
He likes to wear the dog costume. That's his thing.
Yeah,
that's the wolf around.
That's getting big, the furries.
So he's missing, or he's just gone.
He's not.
He's just completely gone. And nobody knows what happened to him. Family and stuff like that. He just disappeared.
Oh my! And
so
I
he
thought
might be in government protection, witness protection right now.
Yeah, I think he's in witness protection. Yeah,
okay, because I thought Candace Owens said that whole narrative was fake.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Joseph.
I just said maybe he went hiding with Trans Tifa in Minnesota.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
All right, so let's continue on. Department of Homeland Security considering replacing senior leaders at ICE. Probably rooting out the bad actors there, I would say. Trump does not rule out seeking... This is funny. Trump does not rule out seeking third term, but says he will not use the VP loophole.
What is that?
Right.
The VP loophole would be Vance running for president. He would tap Trump as being vice president, and then Vance would step down, and then Trump would take over.
Yeah, no, that sounds dumb. Yeah,
He would never do that.
Yeah,
constitutionally,
Not with his ego. Not with his big ego.
constitutionally, that is a legit thing. It could be done. But Trump is saying he will not use the VP loophole.
Wait. So you're saying that a former president can run as VP? Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no law against that.
I
Yeah.
didn't know they were allowed to.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are allowed to. Yeah.
That's really interesting.
I heard they wanted him to be governor of New York.
No,
Yeah,
he should go for California.
Yeah, he won't. He won't do. In my opinion, he won't do either one of those two things.
Can you imagine
No, but
Trump
that
as the governor of
loophole-
California?
Well,
Yeah,
no,
that
that's
would be
what they
crazy.
wanted him to do, run for governor of New York. Who knows what's going on behind
But
closed
see, this goes into the whole. I mean, we talked about this a little bit before about the difference between the corporation and the republic. So, if Trump has been, under the corporation, posing as president of the corporation, you get rid of the corporation and you go back to the Constitution, then yes, Trump could run in 2028 under the republic because we haven't been on the Constitution since 1871.
But does he have to prove that?
Yeah, it'll have to be proven for people to realize what the hell's going on.
Yeah, that's going to take too much time. So what's the third option?
I don't know what the third option is. As far as time, I don't think it would take much time to get that information out to the public. It could be done pretty quickly. I believe it could be done very quickly. So, but we'll put a pin in that one because we could go off on that. Venezuela suspends energy agreements with Trinidad. Venezuela accuses U.S. of preparing false flag attack. FDA glitch marked 7,000 employees as furloughed. Trump and Japan's Takechi signed deal to secure rare earth supply, which that's
I saw that. And that's the new is it prime minister?
Yeah, prime minister. Yes.
Okay, and
the
she's
first woman one. The first woman.
right, the first female. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. And
The
she
Japanese
was
Trump.
Yeah.
What's that?
She's called the Japanese Trump.
Yeah.
She is?
The
Wow.
people,
Yeah.
the people there call her the Japanese Trump.
Yeah.
Japan loves Donald Trump.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They
And she's
love him.
considered like far right, or I don't know. Is she considered far right or just like a Trump supporter?
Oh, I don't know.
She wants to get the deep state out of Japan.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Indiana governor calls a special session to redraw U.S. House maps. That's Governor Pritzker. He is corrupt as all get out.
Yep.
What state is that?
Illinois. I'm sorry. I stand corrected. Pritzker is the governor of Illinois.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Indiana governor calls a special session to redraw U.S. House maps. So I don't know who the governor of Indiana is.
Okay, and really quickly, what does that mean? He wants to redraw maps for what? Like, what does that mean?
Well, you remember what they did in Texas a couple of months ago? They redrew the congressional maps in Texas.
Okay.
And they just did it here in North Carolina, too. They redrew the maps here in North Carolina. So what the Democrats were doing, and Rhino, let's just say the deep state, the Uniparty, they were drawing maps to sway elections. And
Okay.
and so a certain number of people were overrepresented and others were not represented hardly at all. So that's what they were doing with these maps. So Texas redid theirs, put it back the way that it probably should be. North Carolina just did the same thing a couple of weeks ago. So
Yeah.
my
The state of Massachusetts, 45% of the people voted for Trump, but they have no representation.
correct.
True.
Correct.
True.
Wow. Okay, so this guy is the governor of Indiana, Mike Brown.
Braun.
Braun.
I don't know much about him.
Yeah,
I
me
don't.
neither.
I don't know much. I'll have to look into him and see if I can find anything
So
about him.
so that's the guy who you're talking about? He wants to redraw maps?
Yeah, he wants to redraw the U.S. House map. So I have to look into that to see if it's going to be on board with what Texas and North Carolina did, or is he going on a deep state route?
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. Last couple ones, DOJ signals it would rather deport Abrego Garcia than prosecute him. Why is a dude still in the fucking news?
I don't know. I
Who-
the same
who's
question.
The Maryland man.
Right.
The Maryland man.
The Abrego Garcia guy from Maryland, who's a known trafficker, and they're still talking about this. I thought he was already deported.
I thought they sent him
Maryland.
to Africa.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought now, that was one of the destinations he was going to. So, and then last thing, CBS News boss Barry Weiss eyes major shakeup at 60 Minutes.
Ooh.
So Barry Weiss was one of the. What did she come out on Twitter with when they were doing the? Oh, was it the Fauci files?
Who's she?
She was a journalist, and she was one of the people. I think it was the Fauci. Remember, like 6-7 months ago, the Fauci files were coming out on Twitter, and there was certain individuals that were getting this information. She was one of them.
Oh.
Oh, so
And
she's Jewish.
I don't know if she's Jewish or not. I don't know, but I know
Most of
she's
them are Jewish.
I know she's the head of CBS now, and a lot of people didn't like the fact that she took over CBS, and so
Okay,
now
head of
she's saying that there'll be a major shakeup at 60 Minutes. Which, if we look at clips of 60 Minutes, especially with Leslie Stahl, you can see the propaganda they have been spewing for years.
Can I ask a question about this?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, are they saying that she's going to go in there and clean up 60 Minutes, and it's going to be like the way it was before it got completely taken over and it became a narrative for deep state?
I don't know. I have to look into that and check. But we have been told that eventually you would see the mainstream media turn. They would flip from pushing propaganda to actually putting out good information and true information.
Did you hear about the thing? So just backtrack a little bit about Japan. About there was some kind of company that was brought in. Then they brought like a huge number of workers from India, and then they rioted against them to get them out.
Yes, I heard that.
Yeah, because one of the workers attacked one of the teenage girls and raped her.
Oh, geez.
And I mean, Japan is a very you don't do that. You don't get away. Crime is very. I mean, they're very strict. Clean everything.
Yes.
And they threw a riot and were like, "You better get these people out right now." They did not tolerate it at all.
Yeah, Japan
They were
is
throwing trash around, making a mess, and they were like, "Get out."
Wow.
When I lived in Japan, I loved it. I mean, they're a very clean country. They have rules. They have morals.
I love that.
Crime is nowhere near as bad as it is here in the United States. And another country that's very clean, Singapore. Do you know you can get fined for spitting some gum out on a sidewalk?
Yeah,
Wow.
You get caned.
Yeah, in Singapore, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, fun fact, Barry Weiss, I was kind of Googling here while you guys were talking, and
Okay.
yeah, so she is Jewish, but she identifies as white. So very interesting.
Well, as another
Yeah.
or European anyway.
And now
So that
she's
is
the
your
head of
news,
CBS.
folks. That is the news. It was a lot.
Yeah,
I skipped a few things.
Yeah.
Wow.
But-
And that really took it up. Yeah, that was great though.
But there's one thing that I do want to mention, going back to these No Kings protests, something to look out for. And I was talking to a friend of mine earlier about this last week. The first two No Kings protests, you could say they've been fairly peaceful. We haven't seen any looting.
Right.
We haven't seen the cities burning down and things like that.
Not
And
yet.
they got a 3.0 coming. They're going to do that one. And then there's going to be a 4.0. So there's 2 more planned. What I think they're going to do, and this is complete, I'm speculating, but I just see this happening. I think what's going to happen is by the time they get to the spring, summertime, and they hold another one, it is very possible that at that point, those will get violent. And we might see a repeat of what we saw in 2020. Then they're going to spin it. The media will spin it and say, well, you see, this is Trump and his goons and it's MAGA and the page. Because look, we've had 4 of these and we've had no problems at all. But now we got this one and now it's all blown out of proportion. So
Right.
I think they may do that to try to pin it on MAGA, Trump, Patriots. Just something to keep an eye out for.
I agree with you, and I think that's why Soros is being looked at right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Why
think
everyone is talking about his funding and where he's going and how and they want to put it on the books that people who fund this can be charged with this because they're trying to stop him from doing that. 'Cause
correct.
he's done that in other countries over and over and over again.
Absolutely. And what was I going to say? Crap. I just lost my train of thought.
Soros.
You were talking
No
about the
King's
no change.
protest.
Yeah. There was something else I was going to say about that too.
Sorry, Jimmy.
It's all good. Hey, if it doesn't happen once a week, then what is the show? You know, I always lose my train of thought.
Yeah. So really quickly, Jimmy, while you're thinking, I'm gonna welcome Dallas to the stage, and Alpha just joined us on the stage. So Dallas, give me your comments in about 3 minutes or less, so we can move to Alpha, and then we're gonna start wrapping it up because it's almost 11 o'clock. Look how fast time flew. But go ahead, Dallas. What are your thoughts?
Well, I enjoyed so much that Jimmy had to share in that. I think it's I know about Japan being so civilized and refined. That's why, and I agree that I'm just so sorry about what happened to that child. It's sad. It is. Oh.
Yeah.
Before we go to thank you, Dal. Before we go to Alpha, I'll say I remember what I was going to say. This is why Trump is pre-positioning the National Guard in certain cities. So he knows that he knows their playbook. He knows what they're going to try to do. So that's another reason why the National Guard is being put where they're at.
Okay.
So, anyway, that was my thought.
Okay, I am gonna follow up a question with that. But we'll go to Alpha and
He can go right ahead.
Yeah, so just unmute yourself, Alpha, and let us know what are your thoughts.
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm in Southern California. I live about 6,000 feet up in the mountains. So if you can't hear me, let me know. We get crappy internet. We got big old bears. So let me know if you can't hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Let me give y'all 2 perspectives that y'all almost there. You guys are almost there. I'm about to land y'all plane. Number 1, in Southern California, the fires were planned. They did it on purpose.
Yep.
They burnt those communities down on purpose. This started in COVID-19 lockdowns. Y'all don't know this if you don't live in Southern California. This is the plan. This is what's going on. No conspiracy. It is called the communist regime. If you guys already didn't talk about that, that's what's going on. They want the coastal states for themselves because they can't win at the federal level. They can't win. I'm from the South, born and raised New Orleans. They can't get people down south. They can't get the Midwest. They can't get Middle America to vote for them because all they want is socialism and communism. I'm sure y'all touched on that. So they started this in COVID-19 lockdowns. When you guys won, when y'all won the midterm, that saved us. We were literally in our houses out here as prisoners. I stayed in my house for 3 years. I did not come out because I didn't want to go to prison for not wearing a mask. They were locking people up out here. They don't tell y'all that. We are going through a war zone out here. Y'all have no idea. They're finding dead bodies everywhere, cars burning. They just don't tell you online. It's happening every day. Every day.
Wow.
Do not believe anything the mainstream media is telling you about Southern California. I'm a black man. I know. I'm telling you. If you want to get an idea of it, look at that video from Future called Mask Off. That's what's going on out here. They're not telling you. They are not telling you this. I'm telling you right now. Number two, if you go back and look at that movie, The Matrix, in The Matrix number 3, there was a scene in that movie where the drones were hovering. They were hovering over Zion before they killed it. They stopped moving because of what? Neo started fighting in the source. He started fighting for the people. Right now, Donald Trump is fighting for the people.
Yep.
And the people that are hovering are the black people in America. They're not telling y'all this. The Democrat Party right now is in civil war. And black people, I'm a black American, we are hovering because they did not show up for Kamala Harris. She was a Manchurian candidate. She was not real. She was artificial, period.
Same
And
with
right
AOC.
now what's going on is the Democrat Party don't know how to talk to us because we see what they're doing. There's three main things, only three things that cause Harris to lose. And it's still the same three issue that Trump is fighting right now. Number one, illegal immigration. Illegal immigration destroyed the black community. Period. End of story. We know that. Number two, transgender. Absolutely. Men in dresses. America is sick of men in dresses. There are 2 cases right now at the Supreme Court that they're going to decide this. That is the number 2 issue right now. We know this. And they don't want to say it. Trump is totaling up that budget because they're trying to put in Obamacare to pay for transgender health care. They're not telling y'all that. Black people know this. They're neutering children. They're castrating children. Let's just say it. Get it out there now. And number 3, and this is the big one. This is another reason why black people are hovering. Mandami socialism. We don't want it. I'm telling you from black people right now, we don't want that. And the Democrat Party is mad at black folks because we don't want it. Go look up James Carville, his ugly butt from my home state, Louisiana. He just said it. He said, yeah, Mondami can win in New York, but he ain't going to win down south because black people are not going to vote for him. That's what's going on. I hope I land the plane for y'all because right now, the Democrat Party is fighting the socialists. And the socialists want the coastal areas because they can't win at the federal level because of you guys. I'm in Hollywood right now. Now, I'm going to end on this one. Right now, Hollywood is broke. They're going broke. They don't know how to talk to the people because of your podcast. You're beating them. You just don't know it. I'm in Southern California. My neighbors are out of work right now. They're actors. They're being replaced with AI. They're replacing artists with AI. And they don't like it. That's why they went on that strike. And the technology has allowed people to make videos in their home state. You don't have to come to Hollywood anymore and do the casting couch. And that does happen. All right. So I wanted to tell y'all this because I don't know when they're going to let me out. They don't let me out too much. But I want to tell y'all, you're almost there. This lockdown is about those 3 main things: immigration, transgender, and socialism. And black people are hovering. We are waiting, and Trump is fighting for us. And they know it. They just don't want to say any questions before I go.
I want to say real quick, Alpha, I agree with everything you just said.
Agreed.
And
Well, I do too. I do agree, and you're right on with that. And just like you, being a Pennsylvania native and then second home Texas, and now live in North Carolina. And you're from the South as well. How that hurt, Dage?
For a second, Alpha, is this the first time you've ever watched our show?
I don't get out very much. I'm finishing my PhD and my doctorate, and when I get a chance, like today, I had a break. I try to watch everybody. I try to compress it in a short amount of time. I seen your channel. I seen y'all talking about some stuff. Weapon manipulation. That is true. That is true. They do. I was in the military. They do manipulate weather. I was in the airborne, 82nd Airborne, all the way. They do manipulate weather. That is a fact. That's not conspiracy theory. That is fact. So,
Yep.
but yeah, go ahead.
Were you stationed in Fort Bragg then?
Yes, sir. 3rd to 319, field artillery.
Gotcha. I lived in Fayetteville for about 8 years. So I'm very
Outstanding. You know all about it then. So I was in the military. I was a soldier in the army, and I was an officer in the Air Force. I didn't do shit in the Air Force but sit on my ass. That's why they called it the chair force. That's what I did.
well, I tell you what, I'm glad you chimed in this evening, and you're welcome to come back because a lot of stuff that you've mentioned, we've been on the air now for a little over a year. About a year and a half now, and we have discussed a lot of the stuff that you just said. So yes, I totally agree with everything you said, and thank you for coming.
Let me say this, and I want to say this to y'all. All right, let me be honest with y'all. We all know about America's history. We know about all the racism. We know about all that crap. We are moving into what's called a post-racial society. It's just that simple. And the way we're moving forward is you're either going to support American principles or you're not. That starts with free market capitalism. I'm a capitalist. Most black people are capitalists, okay? Yes. But what's going on right now is the Democrat Party is being hijacked with socialists. They call themselves progressives. They're full of shit. And the progressives are trying to shame black people into not saying that they're capitalists. And black people don't like. We don't like Bernie Sanders. We didn't like Bernie Sanders in 2016. We didn't like him in 2020. And we damn sure don't like him now. I didn't vote for Biden. Joe Biden was the second worst president I ever seen in my life, next to George W.H. Bush. Bush was the number one. That's just my opinion. It is what it is. Trump ain't did nothing to black folks. Do not listen to these people. A lot of black folks rock with Donald Trump. He ain't perfect. The man ain't perfect, but he keeping it real. Do not let these people. There's a lot of secret, closet black Trump supporters. We have to do it. I had to do it in California. I can't tell anybody about my politics in California. Right now, they are attacking all the. Look at California map. That map got cherry red this year.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to they're gerrymandering and redistricting. Newsom is a snake, man. Do not believe that guy. That is an evil, evil man. Y'all have no idea what that man has done. All right, that's no conspiracy. So I'm telling y'all, your show and other shows on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute, shout out to BitChute, and others, you guys are killing the mainstream. You have no idea. Y'all don't know how powerful you are. They are watching your podcast on UCLA right now. They're studying you guys. They don't know how to reach the people. You're reaching the people. I keep telling people that. Do not let YouTube views fool you. Do not let YouTube views fool you. You might say you got 10 views. That doesn't mean 10 people. You could have had 20 people watching that video. And on UCLA right now, they are in war. The feminists are getting run off campus. The socialists are getting ran off campus. They don't know what to do. They can't reach the people. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all. They don't let me out very much. I'm in the academic world. I'm an independent. I'm a black independent. I get hate from both sides. All right. But I'm telling y'all, everything you're saying, you're almost there. The big thing I want to tell y'all is those three main things, and they have not changed: immigration, transgender, men in dresses. People are sick of that shit. And socialism. We don't want it. And you know the men in dresses is the problem. That's the problem.
Major.
Well, I will say this. I love the fact that you came on this evening and expressed everything you said, and in the passion that you shared it with us. There's two things I'd like to add to that, especially with California. When the deep state came in and started infiltrating the United States, California was going to be the template of what they wanted to do to the whole country. They wanted all of America to look like California. And that's why so much of this stuff started in California. The second thing I wanted to say is when you said that, you guys are beating the mainstream media, I said a long time ago, we are the news now. This is an information war, and the mainstream media has lost the information war. That's why they're trying to make this go physical. That's why they're pushing different wars, why they're pushing, the riots and while that stuff's going to happen. So they're wanting it to go physical because that they can control. They can't control what we're doing here. They can censor us, but there's a million more of us out there doing what we do right now.
Let me come on this quickly. No, two things you said. Number one, there's a saying, so go California, so goes the rest of the states.
Yep.
That's what they want. So if you look at California, if you look at San Francisco right now, that's the end game. San Francisco got what? Super rich and super poor. And I mean super poor.
Yeah.
I mean, people just standing outside shooting dope. You see all kinds of shit, and they don't mind that. I don't get it either. And we have that problem right now in downtown. Downtown LA is a $1 trillion industry for homelessness. It's a business, if y'all didn't know that.
Yeah.
Please do not send any more money to these organizations. They don't need it. They're taking that money and they're pocketing it and they're keeping people on the streets on purpose. Do not let them. It's the Sally Struthers stuff. Remember that back in the day? Send money over here and while she gets fatter and fatter on TV. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
All right. And number two, the whole big thing is this. And this is what they don't want you to see. Shout out to Alex Jones. Shout out to him. I don't agree with everything Alex Jones said, but Alex Jones was right. It is an information war. It is a war for your mind. That's his statement on his website. He's absolutely right. He was absolutely right in 2016. That's why they shut him up. All right. The reality is this: as more and more people get red pill, as they say, and they wake up, they can't control the narrative. And if the technology is free now, your cell phone is more powerful than them Hollywood studios in Santa Monica and Venice right now. Those studios are empty. I'm right down the road from them. I'm telling y'all, you guys are the mainstream. What they're doing, I'm going to end it on this. Every time you do a Google search, what is Google doing? They're propping up the mainstream media to be the first thing you see.
Yep.
That's not how YouTube works. If you go back 20 years from now, you would type in YouTube, some kind of political news, a YouTuber like y'all would pop up. That's what's going on. See, that's why I type in open panel. That's how I found y'all, open panel. Because open panel is allowing them to get up. You guys come up first instead of in the mainstream. So I just want to tell you, and by the way, I'm a Leo. That's why I am what I am. I'm a Leo.
I love it. I love it.
I can't turn it down, man. Simba has returned. Simba has returned. I'm back. I'm back, baby. And I'm telling y'all right now, and I'm 6'6", size 18 shoe. I can back everything I'm saying. I'm telling y'all. You're the main. Yeah, I played against Kobe. R.I.P. to Kobe. Shout out to him and his family.
All right.
And Shaq is my buddy. We both shopped at the same store. I'm telling y'all right now, you're the mainstream. Do not believe what these people saying about California. Keep doing what you're doing, and thank God Kamala didn't get in. I got to run, y'all. Any other questions?
Thank you, Alpha. Have a great night.
Thank you, Alpha, for joining us. And
it was nice
are you new to here?
Yeah, I think
I'm new to this platform, but I'm new to YouTube in general. I have my own channel, but I don't do politics too much because a lot of people don't know what they're talking about. So that's why I don't. But you guys were saying a lot of stuff. That's why I came up and I had a chance to talk about it.
Welcome to the family.
Ruby, do me a favor. Can you put my email address in the chat? So, Alpha, I'd like for you to send me an email. I'd like to have a conversation with you sometime, man.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty wild, brother.
I can handle it.
You don't know me.
You don't know me. Let's have a conversation. We'd have a great time.
Man, I'm a Leo, man. I'm the king of the zodiac. I don't have no filter. I'm straightforward, direct. I'm gonna tell you if you just think. I'm gonna tell you to your face. You know.
I'm a Taurus. I can handle it.
Jimmy, what's your email again? So I can write it in the chat.
My email address.
You don't have to do that. You can just go to my page and comment on one of my videos. I'd rather you do that first before you even say it, because I talk about dating and mating. I wrote a book about. I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a pickup artist. I'm none of that stuff. I'm not in the red pill or manosphere. But I did write a book about dating and mating. I don't want to advertise it because I'm not trying to push it on your page. But you can go to my channel If you see something you like, you can put your information there and we can set it up. I don't want any money from it. You can have all the click money, all the views.
We
I'll do
don't
it
we
for
don't
free.
monetize anything.
Yeah, I
Is
don't
that
care. I'm not trying to. I don't need any money for what I say because I don't want nobody to get in trouble for me because I'm a radical. I'm out there. So
I love it. Is this his page, Ruby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have it on the screen as well,
What's it?
and I
If you
have his email.
if
Alpha,
you
the great one? Oh, the first one.
if you
yeah,
get rid
I
of
don't. Now you might not like me. You might not like me now. So,
No, we
but I
like
want
you,
to give
Alpha.
y'all.
We like everything you said.
What
Well,
we love you. Yeah, here.
don't
I
say
love
that.
it. Yeah.
Cause you'll start loving me, but then next week you'll hate me. So don't worry.
And
So hold that
this
love.
thing,
Hold that
we
love.
needed to
Hold it.
hear that. What
one thing
everything.
go ahead, Dallas. Sorry. Go ahead.
If anybody else had something, I apologize for disrupting. And we needed to hear certain things. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But you right there. All of you guys are listen, I'm telling y'all, you guys are right there. You're really hitting on it, but you were kind of missing the big picture. And the big picture is I know I'm not calling y'all racist. I know y'all not racist. I know that some of y'all probably got black wives and black husbands. I don't care about that. I'm saying you were missing that black element. Right now, the black people are hovering like the Matrix. We are hovering. They don't know what to do with us because black people are telling the Democrat Party, we don't want socialism. We don't want transgender. We tired of men in dresses and we sick of these immigrants. And they don't know what to do with us. And they're trying to shame black people and browbeat them and morally and all this crap into it. Look at those protesters. You ain't seeing no black people out there. Ain't no
No,
black
that's
people at them
correct.
protests.
It
Those are
wasn't.
white, no offense, but those are white folks out there living their hippie days. That's what they doing.
Yeah.
That's
Most
what's going on.
Go
That's
ahead,
what's
Jimmy.
going on.
people
Those,
are
and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Those white people out there, the young ones, those are gonna be your new Republicans.
Oh, God.
Okay? They're right now, they going through their hippie days. That's what they're doing. That's all it is. We know this. You
Yeah.
guys are the true people. Those are the fake people. They're gonna flip their wig once they wake up and come out the high. So I'm telling you, don't if you want to
And
know
that's
what's going on,
happening.
black people know what's going on, and Trump is fighting for us. He's Neo fighting for us, and we're hovering saying, what do you want us to do? They don't want to say it like that. I'm telling you, that's what's going on. He knows that.
Yes.
He knows
Exactly.
that. He's fighting for us, and we know that, but we can't say it. We just because
Yeah.
Right,
if we
right.
say it, we're gonna get attacked. It is what it is. Any other
So
questions?
So Alpha, just want to let you know we are here every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we talk about these issues all the time. We are in season 2 of our show. It's called the Unrelenting Political Corner. We talk about all things politics, a lot of unpopular opinions. Sometimes it gets really spicy and offensive here. We are free spoken. We believe in the First Amendment immensely here. And Jimmy is my co-host. So Jimmy, I sent you his YouTube and his email to
Okay.
your ex DM. Okay.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I want to ask Alpha one question. Are you familiar with Malcolm X and things that he said?
Yes.
What is your take on him saying that he believed that the white liberal was the most dangerous person on the planet?
Okay, number one, pro-blacks are no different than Nazis. They're just different colors. Anybody that call himself a pro-black is a racist, period.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So number two, Malcolm X was correct. All right. When he said that, he spoke the truth. The white liberal is more dangerous to black people than the white conservative. The white conservative, I grew up with them all my life. I'm born and raised in New Orleans. All right. I've been seeing the Confederate flag since I was a little boy. That flag don't bother me. I don't give a crap about that flag. All right. But the reality is the white liberal comes as your friend. They come with the smile. They come with the soft hand. But you basically end up in the same position. And the big thing about white liberals for black people, what we know is white liberals don't like seeing black people thrive. They can't stand it. They want us in a depleted, desperate state so they can say, see, you need us. They can't stand. They can't. I was homeless when I came to California. I was homeless for 4 years, literally a year on Skid Row. Not for drugs, nothing like that. I had no money. And when I came to California, I learned from the ground up the problems with everything, especially with that Democrat Party and all those nonprofits. Those people are full of shit and they're crooks, big time. And when I bought my house, that really showed me, I guess you say I was red pill, because I thought I was going to get celebrated. I thought I was going to get an article. You know, this guy went from homeless to buying his own house. Man, them people said, fuck you. Okay. Real talk. I didn't get no happy. I didn't get no claps. Nothing. Because they don't want you to have. That's when I said, damn, they really don't want people. They don't want you to have anything. Communist people can't stand you having anything. They hate that. They want equal misery. That's why they promise equal happiness, but there is no equal happiness. It's equal misery. They can guarantee that. And that's what they hate. So the white liberal is the worst person for black people, because the white liberal comes with the smiling face and they promise equal utopia. And we all know where that ends up. So Malcolm X was right. And it was black people that killed him with the CIA, because when Malcolm X went overseas and he found white Muslims and Asian Muslims and brown Muslims, when he came back, he had to be taken out. That was it.
And you know what? And Alpha, we literally talked about that during the Charlie Kirk thing, because I was mentioning, you know, you got to look at who gets assassinated. And one of the people that I mentioned was Malcolm X, because he was allowed to do and say what they allowed him to say while he was in America, you know. But then when he went overseas and he came back, he started saying that maybe it wasn't certain people, maybe it was the system that was fighting us and keeping us down. And because he started to speak out against the system of things, then that's when he needed to be taken out.
Charlie Kirk was taken out for 3 main reasons. And RIP to Charlie Kirk. Number one, and no offense to anybody on this panel, but I'm just going to say it. I got to say it. This might hurt your feelings, but I'm going to say it. Charlie Kirk was trying to solve the number one problem with white people right now. I hate to say it like that, but I got to say it. It ain't just white. It's Asian people too. What is that? Birth rates. You're doggone right. Birth rates. He had a pronatal conference. He was telling girls to stop going to college and get them useless degrees that they never gonna pay off, and they are useless. Half of them degrees, and I got 2 of them, are useless. I ain't never made $1 from my degrees right now. A lot of them degrees black people got, and they just too ashamed to say it. They got debt that ain't never gonna be paid off. So Charlie Kirk was a Gen Z. He was a young man, and he said, hey, we need to get out of this shit. This ain't gonna work. We ain't having no babies. And what's going on? No offense to any women up here. I don't believe in a handmaid's tale. I don't believe in force. I'm just telling you what it is. He was telling them what? He was saying what? Get out of them colleges. You wasting your best prime birthing years. That's the best prime years for a woman, 18 to 25. Every woman ain't built the same. Every woman can't have a baby after 30 years old. Then you throw them on birth control for 30-something years of their life. And throw in a few baby deletions. I don't want to get your channel censored. And you got a whole smorgasbord of failure going on 30 and over. That's what Charlie Kirk was speaking. That's number one. And they were listening to him. Number two, he was talking about what? Transgender. He was killing them on trans. Literally, that's why they took him out. Because Charlie Kirk was telling them, we don't support this gender idea, and I don't either. It's absolute foolishness. You see what I'm saying? And they keep putting that black man on the front cover, that Marsha, whatever dude name. Like that ain't, black people have always known about gay people and gay men. But we never said gay men were women. This is insanity. Charlie Kirk was speaking out against that at a young age. A young age. He was what, 31 when he died? Shit.
Yeah.
That man was starting to live life. And number three, this is a big one, huge. The third reason why they took him out, and black people know this, is because Charlie Kirk, from a political standpoint, was going to be a political powerhouse. He was only 31. Can you imagine a 50-year-old Charlie Kirk running around?
Yep.
A 60-year-old Charlie Kirk? that man might
Yep.
have got elected president. He was
Yep.
big time. He had a political pack. He had a direct phone line to Donald Trump. You can't buy
Mhm.
that kind of power. That's political power when you can call the president up and say, hey, I want to
Mhm.
meet with you. Hey, let's talk about this. That's power, period.
Yes.
Bar none. Nobody
Yep.
had that kind of power, not even people in the media. And they took him
Exactly.
out for that. That's why the
Mhm.
left, Antifa, all these, they call them trans Tifa. It's
Yep.
true. These people, I'm telling, I'm in Hollywood. I'm in Hollywood. I have a neighbor right now who flies the transgender flag every day. Every day I gotta
Yeah.
look at that flag, and I can't touch them because I believe in the Constitution.
Right.
But these people, it's
Right.
a cult. It is a
Right.
cult.
It is.
And
It
Kirk
is.
was speaking out against that heavy. So he had to
Yeah.
go. Too much political power. It's sad, but he was building too much. He actually helped them defeat them in many states. That turning point is worldwide now,
Right.
global. That
Right.
boy he was helping them in the UK. The UK is a mess right now.
Mm-hmm.
Complete
Yep.
mess. They have to
Yep.
define what a woman is. They got so bad over there.
And if
This
we
is what
don't,
a woman is.
if we
When
don't stand up and stop this stuff, then the United States is going to end up looking like the UK and other Western European nations, and we don't want that.
If you study history, every society on time, if you study history from Egypt, Babylon, Greek, Rome, all of them, the
Mhm.
first sign of them falling apart, and no offense, ladies, is when they start letting women take political power.
I
Period.
agree. I
End
agree.
of
And
story. That's the
everybody who's
first
been
sign
watching
of
this
them falling
show,
apart.
Can you
yep.
When
repeat
they
that, Alpha? Can you repeat that?
I'm gonna make it shorter. When the society starts saying men and women are equal, that's the beginning of the end. Men and women
There
are
you
not
go.
equal. We're never gonna be equal. Period.
Correct.
We're not meant to be equal. We're biologically not equal. Hell, the
Right.
literature is not equal. Men is what? 3 letters. Women is 5. We're not equal. We're never gonna be
Mhm.
equal.
No.
And when you try
I
to make
agree.
us equal, you get this mess going on. That's why the UK is a mess right now. A
Mhm.
complete mess. So that's what Charlie Kirk was speaking out. Go look at that debate he had, where the woman had to be feed answers on her phone. He was talking off the brain. We call that off the
Yep.
dome. He was going off the dome. He didn't memorize nothing. He was just speaking what he knew, and she had to be
Yep.
feed answers. That's what's
Um.
going on right now. These people are in trouble. This communist regime is in trouble. They're being run out all
Yeah.
over the world, and they trying to get something here. And if
Mm.
Mandami wins, that's a great deal for the Republican Party. That's a slam dunk. They can go ahead and slam dunk the midterms in 2028. Done deal. But if Mandami loses, the
Mhm.
Central Democrats, the moderate, they gonna go in on them hard. They gonna
Mm-hmm.
go in on, and they know where all the money is. Look at that stuff with David Pakman and all them social. Remember that came out where they said all these social media influencers getting paid by the
Yep.
DNC, David Pakman and Destiny and all them. They
Yep.
know who's getting their money. They acting like they're independent. They're not. So if Mandami
Yeah.
wins, if he
Mhm.
wins, the Democrat Party is gonna be at civil war, and you could kiss the GOP. They're gonna slam dunk the midterms in 2028 will be JD Vance. Period. But
Yes.
if
So.
he loses, right,
Mhm.
the
Mhm.
Democrat Party is gonna go in on Bernie Sanders, AOC, and all in foolishness. Any other question?
So Alpha, I hate to interrupt, but time is up for us, and I have to end our show. But next
Go ahead.
Tuesday,
Go
we're
ahead.
gonna
I
pick
gotta
it up.
roll.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you so much for joining. You are my type of guy. Everything you said, I agree 1,000%. And people who watch this show know that. So they know
Right.
I agree 1,000% with you when you were talking about that. So Jimmy, thank you for joining. Bo,
Y'all be easy,
Gail,
man. I gotta
Wilson.
roll later.
Good night,
Appreciate
Yes,
it.
have a
Nice
good
Alpha.
meeting
night,
you, Alpha.
Alpha.
Good night,
The
Alpha.
name
Come
works.
back. Come back.
Night, y'all.
Good night.
Yeah.
Ruby, I want to
Yeah.
say one last thing.
Hmm.
For those that don't know, today is the 8th-year anniversary of the very first Q post.
Oh,
We started
okay.
Q started October 28th of 2017, And in line with what Alpha was saying about California, and he did mention New York, one of the Q posts said, watch California, watch New York.
Yep.
I absolutely, I 100% agree. I actually watch nearly all the coast that ain't in the South.
Yeah.
Bo, thank you for being on with us this evening. Dallas, thank you for being on with us.
Yeah, definitely.
I even prefer the Midwest and Prairie to the coast on average. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining tonight. We did a great this was a really great show. I was not expecting this to go so well, but wow. I love the participation level. I love the chat. It was very lively, guys. Everybody who was in the chat, thank you so much. And I do want to pick this up next Tuesday because Alpha said a lot of things that we can really dive into. And we have, but I'm so glad like somebody else came on and said that. And it's not always me saying that. You know what I'm saying?
What I liked about him coming on was where he was coming from as far as his perspective. Being a black guy expressing that, you know, that needs to be done more. And I enjoyed him coming on and saying everything that he said because we could take it there were so many things that he said that we have talked about.
We have. Yeah.
But are people listening to what we're saying? But you have somebody come from his viewpoint and it's like, wow, okay, so maybe Jimmy and Ruby aren't as crazy after all. You know,
right? That's how I feel. Yeah, like it was great listening that somebody else was saying it.
Yeah, I just want to add to that we have a voice and our voice is being heard, and that is the most important thing for the show. We're being heard and we're being noticed, and we're not backing down, and we're not backing down.
And that's why I'm not on Facebook.
Yep, exactly. So everybody have a great night. I love that last comment, Gail. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I'll see you guys next Tuesday at 9. All right?
Good night, everyone. Thank you for joining.
Good night.
Y'all take care now.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, you do, Joe. Hi.
You too, Dallas.
Love it, y'all.
Bye.
Trump, yeah, okay, bury him a legend, yeah, Trump, hey, okay, America's biggest blessing, free speech advocate, packing, never lacking it, I just bought another gun and ain't nobody taking it, gang, okay, the White House going crazy now, MAGA season, tell them liberals they can't break us down, it's up, they know we run it, best believe it now, about to paint the city red, please don't burn it down, yo,